Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located, and thanks for joining me. It is March 4th, 2021, and this is my latest live. I have one announcement that I really want to get out to you. Hopefully I have my Wi-Fi, well, not Wi-Fi, I actually broke my router over and hardwired it today, so hopefully I don't have any issues with that. Excuse me. While I wait for some of you guys to come in, I just wanted to go over a few things. No, it's the normal. Number one, if you're going to Medellin, Colombia, make sure you stop at Sweet Georgia Cafe. First thing in the morning is good for breakfast, and then you can head over to Brooklyn's for lunch. Make sure you support our American brothers, okay? Make sure you support them. It's nothing worse than a business that doesn't make it because people don't support it. And keep in mind, they're in another country, so Colombians and Venezuelans don't necessarily go for our type of food. So we need Americans to come down and support. So make sure if you go by Sweet Georgia Cafe, you tell Rob, the owner, that DC Rob, me, said you needed to come there. And get your t-shirt too. Then you know you're in Medellin, your Medellin crew t-shirt. Also stop by and see Brooklyn's, stop by and see Chef Jay at Brooklyn's. And he's the owner over there. And Chef, make sure you tell him I sent you also. And of course, if you need a drop off or a pickup at the airport, check out my man Andres. I have his information, will be in the description below, and all my videos, it's below too. Also, I have added a donate button to my channel website. I have a few people who have asked asked me to put a donation button on there. So I did that. And last week, I just wanted to reiterate a couple of the donations that I got. Last week, I had, towards the end of last week, I had $20 I donated from one of my viewers, Dennis. So thank you, Dennis. This week, I gave an additional $100 and I asked my girlfriend to match it. So we added another $200. And then I had another viewer, Alan, donate $100. Man, thank you guys so much. I can't tell you how much this is going to be put to good use. I've asked Andres, who's in charge of this for me, because he's the one that does the tours up to the Comuna 8 neighborhood, El Faro neighborhood. So make sure you do that tour too. If you are going to Medellin, you need to see that tour. Don't just stay down in Yeres and stay down in the valley. Go up on the side of the mountain and see exactly what's going on up there and see what the need is. And if you donate, you'll see where your money is going, okay? And it is going to a good place. It's nothing like, I'm asking him for video too. I've seen a little bit of video as they write out the forms and who gave what and so on. But I'd like to know exactly what it's going for. Is it going for food, clothing, or shelter? Obviously, that's where we wanted to go first. So to be able to see it there is going to be a big thing. So let's wait for a few more people to come in. Do me a favor, if you on your way in, if you will, hit the thumbs up. Sometimes you have to hit that little X to drop the chat box. Hit thumbs up and then pull the chat back up just by hitting comment. Also, bit of news for myself. I had the second shot. I had the Moderna shot on Monday. I was fine all that evening, a little sore right here. Next day, not so good. Not so good. Chills, sweats, headache. Worst thing was the headache because nothing you can do about that. It was almost like a migraine, so I just had to suffer through it because I thought I couldn't take painkillers. And I couldn't read the label or anything. My eyes were all bloodshot, so I asked my girl to look it up for me, and she said, yes, I can take it. 2 hours after that, I was straight. Woke up the next morning, I was fine. So after that morning, I'm good. Couple more weeks, ready to get international again, baby. I see Brian says, am I in Medellin? No, I'm in Houston. And that's just it. I just took my second shot because I have a pre-existing condition, so I haven't been flying around the world. But now's the time. And once my girl gets her passport in, we're out, dude. We're out. So we're planning on where to go now to reliving all the places that we've done. I go back and look at my own videos and see, wow, Vietnam was incredible. Amsterdam was awesome. London, Stonehenge, everything was awesome. Live reggae in London, man, come on. Anyway, the main reason for this video is because I have new platform that I wanted to announce. I've been saying for weeks now that just hang tight, you know, because we have to watch what we say, because remember, it's male and female that watch my channel, that join the WhatsApp chat group. And this is going to be the first video that I've done in the past month where I'm not going to say join the WhatsApp chat group, because I have a new platform. So still, if you'd like to join this new forum, and I'm going to, again, offer this first to the people who are already in the WhatsApp chat group, no cost associated with it. I told you it was going to be a step above. I had planned on working with somebody else, and that did not work out. You know, like I say, I only have my word, my name. That's it. And I have to stand behind that myself and back it up. And everything that I put forward on my channel and in the WhatsApp chat group, it's, you know, it's about positivity. It's about travel. You know, the selling and so on, I'm not so keen on. I don't want people contacting you trying to sell things. And do me a favor, don't join if you're another YouTuber. You want to get on and show your videos, or you're a piano player and you want to just promote your piano playing. I mean, you know, join if you are interested truly in traveling to Colombia or traveling anywhere, really. It's all about traveling and traveling safely there, enjoying yourself and back as well. Let me see what I have coming up right now. Brian says, for the second shot, you need to take Motrin and really hydrate yourself. You know, after the fact, I was drinking water all day long. I thought I was hydrated. I was drinking water. I couldn't eat. So, you know, when I get a migraine, it affects my stomach, so I couldn't eat. But yeah, I kept hydrating. But and then I tried Excedrin, acetaminophen. But they say just don't take it before your shot, because it could negate, you know, the benefits of it. So I was like, I'm not getting this shot and negate it by taking a pill because I got a headache. So I waited until I was sure. Senior Bobby Long says, do you know if Sweet Georgia and Brooklyn have vegan options? You know, I know Sweet Georgia Cafe. I've seen vegans come in there when I was there, and they would say, you know, I don't eat meat. What do you have? And he would make something for them. You know, he's just that kind of cat. He's going to make something for you. And I would assure that Chef Jay is going to do the same thing too. They can make you something. I forgot. Somebody told me they went to Brooklyn's too, I think, and he made them something. You know, he can always come up. He's a chef, you know, so he can create, you know, something that has, you know, pasta and sauce and stuff like that. You know, I go to a lot of trade shows and travel a lot, so I've seen vegans and what they need to eat. I know how it's difficult to stay away from meat, man. I know. I've tried every once in a while. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. In this forum, I've already invited Rob and Chef Jay. They've logged on and looked around themselves. And we've also, myself and Luis, who's our moderator, he's going to be our moderator there, has already sent out a few invitations to some of you guys. And you have already jumped on, looked around, played around. So you know what I'm talking about already. Yeah, let's read. Okay. I love your show. Thank you so much, John. Much appreciated, man. Make sure you wear TED hose on the long flights, especially after taking the shots. Brian says that. You know what? Who told me that who told me that? That you need to make sure for long flights. Yeah, you know, I use the socks, like the copper fit type socks or whatever, so they're tight on your legs. People are having issues on planes flying for long distances. So it just depends on how long your flight is. You know, where your legs stay stagnant and the blood can clot up in your legs. And also to take a lot of, drink a lot of water too, to hydrate. And he says, yeah, TED hose, I guess that's what you mean by like man hose, socks, tight socks. I guess that's what you mean. You can get the copper fit type. They have them at Walmart, as a matter of fact. Antonio says, where to go? Okay, hi Rob, I'm new to the chat room, but I've been following you for a while. Hey, much appreciated. Thank you for joining me. I wouldn't be here without you guys watching me, so this is all about you guys, really. I just want, again, if you haven't heard me say this before, my whole goal is to get you to travel someplace, whether it's Medellin or Cartagena or Bogota or somewhere else in Colombia, or to another country. Just get out of the States if you're from here. Get out of England if you're from England. Get out of Canada. A lot of you guys are coming from Canada too. So get out of your environment, you know, expand your horizons. I hope you liked my interview I did the other day with Wes. 26-year-old young man just up and left and went to Bogota from LA. I mean, there's 35, 36, 46, 56-year-old men wouldn't take that chance. So I'm telling you guys, you know, just do it. I've already been told, there was a couple people told me that they were motivated by that story, by that interview. So that's the people that I was talking to, because I want to motivate you to travel. It changes who you are, and I think for the better. The more you get a perspective, you get a look at the way that people see Americans too. So you'll learn what it means, don't be American, and ugly American, that term, the ugly American. Jimmy says, will the airport say anything about a 6-month return ticket? I plan on getting a 3-month extension. I'm not sure I understand, Jimmy. I think you if you're talking about flying in, you should have to have onward travel. I've been told that they're not checking, but every time I go, I always have a return flight. And there are softwares. I put up a link the other evening in the chat group. There are softwares that you can buy a ticket through them for like $10. So when you get to the airport, you can show, look, here's on my phone, I have returned. And that's all you got to do is show it to them on your phone. I have reservations. I'm not sure about the 3-month, 6-month deal. Can you elaborate on that? And maybe somebody here can answer too. I'm telling you, the level of knowledge that's in the group already, and I hope to expand that even more with this new forum. And I'm going to send a link out as soon as this live stops. I'm just going to be on for 45 minutes to an hour this evening. And hopefully I don't lose connectivity and go through that stuff again. But John says, oh, let me stop and say, can I get some likes, man? Likes help the YouTube algorithm. The more you subscribe, the more you watch, the longer you watch the video, and especially if you watch the commercials. But likes, man, change the YouTube algorithm. The more you hit like, the more they allow more people to see my videos. That's the only way I'm really growing my channel, and just sheer volume. I think I have, I don't know, 330 videos now, right now. And I'm taking a long, slow route because I'm talking about Medellin Colombia, and I'm not showing butts and booties, and that's not in my thumbnail either. It's all about getting you down there, enjoying yourself, enjoying the culture, and getting back safely. But John's character says, I am moving to Medellin June 2nd. Never been there. Whoa, dude. I don't know Spanish, yet I'm 55 years old. Time to do a change. I plan to retire there. Hey, more power to you. This is a resource for you then. Let me tell you something, if you want to go. Now, I will say, because you just threw a lot in that one statement right there. You're moving to Medellin in June. Awesome. But then the next thing you said is, never been there. So what if you get there and you don't like it? It's got its challenges, you know. When you live in a foreign country, you're going to have your challenges because you're used to things a certain way. Nothing you can't get around or maneuver around. But, you know, I always tell people to go down and stay a few months, decide whether or not you like it, and then make plans to come back while you're still there. You know, look for a place while you're still there. But this is the place for resources. Hopefully you are getting benefit out of my channel. And if you are, thumbs up, please. I got a few more thumbs up. All you have to do is hit the X in the chat box and hit the thumbs up, and then hit comment again, and you're back up in the chat box. I get it. Time to do a change, dude. You're 55. I'm 58. I feel you. Shoot, I was there a year and a half ago, so we're running close, man. Day one, I was at Sweet Georgia Cafe working, utilizing their Wi-Fi. Senior Bobby Long says 2 thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Blaine Walker says, I hope the COVID cases keep going down, but Texas governor wants to. Okay, yeah, I got into this conversation with my boss earlier. It's not a good subject, man. If you live in Texas right now, for those who don't know, our Texas governor says we don't need to wear masks anymore. All businesses can open, you know, massage parlor, hair salon, barbershop, movie theaters, everybody, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. But the mayors of every major city, from Dallas to Houston to Austin, San Antonio, say, dude, you people still need to wear your mask. Wear your mask. I mean, restaurants almost have to still, because, you know, if there's a restaurant that says you don't have to wear a mask and people are sitting in there, you know, sitting at a table anyway, you take your mask off anyway. But if you're walking around leisurely in some of these places, I'm just not going to go. And I have the vaccine, so I'm just not going to do it. Okay, case keep going. Yeah, I hope they keep going down too. And I hope, at least I think the US is working on, I read stories earlier. I was going to read a couple from Colombia that they are putting the vaccine out, but it's slow. It's extremely slow. So we just started picking up steam, a month ago. So, and now with this new Johnson & Johnson one, hopefully, more of us can get it done and we can get this to be passed. I'm sick of this. I want this over with, man. I'm tired of cutting my own hair. I want a professional to cut the back of my head, somebody who can see the back of my head. I'm tired of cutting my own hair. That's right, I cut my own hair. For 1 year, I haven't been to the barber shop since March of last year. I think it was around the 15th when it all fell apart, when the rodeo canceled, when basketball stopped. That's when it all fell apart. Tom Hanks was positive. Blaine says, I hope the COVID. Okay, that was Blaine. Terrence, my man. If you haven't seen the interview I did with Terrence, you got to check him out. Sharp young brother. Terrence Robinson, thank you, sir, for your video. And where is the donate button? Oh, if you just go to my YouTube page, it's on the right-hand side. You'll see donate. And it says either donate to my channel or donate to the charity. And I see it when it comes into PayPal. So I know where it goes. Again, thank you to Alan, $100 donation. And thank you to Dennis, $20 donation. Let me tell you, I had, because remember when Andres picks you up at the airport or drops you off, a small percentage of that I asked him to donate to charity. So that's going there. And I think we had maybe $42, $45 or something. And I told him, I said, hang on, let me wait till I get to 100 or something. Maybe I just kicked him 55 so he can have something to take up. And he said, Rob, I already told him how much I had. He says, man, I'm trying to tell you how much they needed. He says the average rent is $70 a month. So you can see how far $44 is going, or 45, whatever it was. So, I mean, you really need to take that tour to Comuna Ocho. If you are in Medellin right now, you need to call Andres and make that tour. Do that tour. And it's going to be an all afternoon. And by the time we came back down on that crazy bus ride, man, you got to take that bus ride up or down. He's going to take you up on the bus too. The real bus that wasn't in existence right before we took it. These people were walking up the side of the mountain for years. You got to do the whole, you'll taste the food down at the bottom. He'll tell you a little bit about the city downtown. Then you take that bus ride up, and then the organization will show you around the city. Have them make you pastel de pollo too. I told him, work that in his tour. Being able to see them cook in the backyard over a wood burning fire, that's the kitchen. You need to see this for yourself. It's humbling, and it may want to make you be generous. And $5 will, potentially feed a family for that evening, or 2 nights. So thanks again, Terrence. Let's see. Once gone, Jimmy John says, I'm talking about an onwards and a return ticket for a 6-month date anyway. I don't see why not. I don't know if they're looking at the date that you're coming back, because you do 3 months and then you can extend for another 3 months. I don't think they're really looking at the date. I think they're just looking. Maybe somebody else can comment on here, but I think they're more so just looking that you have a return flight, and you show them real quick on your phone. Yeah, when they've asked me. Some people say they're not asking, but they have asked me. Yeah, let me show you. Here's my, and I showed it on my phone. I don't have tickets, of course, paper tickets for my return flight, because heck, the first time I wasn't expecting to come back. I knew I had to come back for an event. But okay, yeah, I get you, Jimmy. Maybe somebody else can answer that, but I'm pretty sure they're not even looking at the date. I don't think that's an issue. But again, the group chat and this new forum I have different topics set up where you can go in. I have a men's room, a ladies' room. Y'all can go in and talk about whatever you want. A newbies room. So the first time you're going to Colombia, I have a section called Don't Get Got. Tips on your best way not to get got, not to get your gold chain, your rope chain snatched off your neck. Tips like that. Let me tell you something. I wish I could take everything from WhatsApp and carry it over, because that knowledge is already out and I can't transfer that. But I'm telling you, the knowledge base is there. We have over 200 members right now, and I think it's 3 or 4 weeks already. Let's say 4 weeks. 4 weeks for 200 people. That's quality information. So people just jump on and ask for help real quick. I'm at the airport. What's this check MIG? How do I do this? And get help right away. Okay, Orthonio Brown says to order to be more than 90 days in Colombia, could you request an extension or apply for a tourist visa? You request for an extension right before your 90-day period. You get another 90 days. So in reality, if you want to stay for a year, you can do it in July or whatever 6 months is exactly prior. Go to the end of the year. You do 3 months through September, and then October, November, December, and right before the end of the year, you got to leave. Go to Guatemala for a day or two, and then come back January 1st, and it starts another 90 days and 90-day extension. Okay, let's see. Javiero Perez, Medellin is not good. Is not good. Don't go there, please. You get killed for nothing. I don't know where that came from, bro, but I don't know where that came from. I mean, people are getting, I don't even want to say it anymore. People are getting killed everywhere in major cities, and some people aren't from major cities. So it's a big shock to some people, depending upon where you come from. I get that now. I used to put the statement out, what's the difference? It's the same, in any major city here. But if they don't live in a major city and you're in a rural area where, you barely see a theft of a loaf of bread or something, or you don't see poverty or you don't see homeless, then yeah, it's a big deal for you. It's going to be a culture shock for you. So if you're that type of person, then maybe it's best you stay away, because you'd be the one that something would happen to, because you're probably thinking about it. But maybe you can elaborate on that if you want, Javiero. Paul says, great stuff, Rob. How do you get added to the group chat in WhatsApp heading to Medellin in a few days? Okay, you're a new one too. So again, the WhatsApp group, I'm getting ready. As soon as this is over, I'm sending a link out to anybody in the group. So if you're in the group also, just either WhatsApp direct message me and I will send you the link, or do it via email to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. And the same for you. Send me an email to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to get going from there. Okay, Paul Grist. And that was Paul. So Jimmy says, gracias, DC. Okay, Ajima's World. Rob, I'll definitely do that tour when I return to my second trip. Well, okay, do that, bro. So again, just let me go over a few other things. I'm announcing a new platform where you can communicate. You'll have separate rooms. You'll have privacy. I'm starting off with the basic plan right now. I had to scramble because I scrapped the last plan that I had, day before yesterday. And so I spent the last 24 hours scrounging and got on YouTube and said, what's a good format? That's all I want it for right now is forms, but there's a lot more that it can do that in time I will probably add to it, especially if it is requested from me. So, and I pay this out of my pocket. I mean, you guys need a resource. And right now the WhatsApp chat group is it, but it's kind of, I hate when I have to come in and say, okay, please don't curse or don't talk about that subject. We have ladies here. So now you can go in your own room. You can go in the men's room. I have a little button in the men's room. I have a ladies' room where ladies can talk about solo travel and whatever, anything they want to. For new travelers, for experienced travelers who know all the tips and tricks, man, let me tell you something. Some of you guys are advanced. Some of you guys are advanced. They can tell you what hotel to stay in, what floor to stay in, which room has the best view, and so on, where to stay at in Poblado, where to stay at in Laureles, why they moved from Poblado to Laureles, because Laureles is flat. You got tired of climbing the mountains. It is a challenge to get an apartment down there. Know that, though. But all the information, again, is there. And thumbs up, please. I have to reiterate again, support our businesses, support our American businesses, support Brooklyn's restaurant in the Manila neighborhood of Poblado, as well as Sweet Georgia Cafe, which is in Laureles and Poblado. You can walk from one to the other. They're must visits. They're in the chat group already. They're already in the new platform. So jump in. You can talk directly with them. Obviously, they're still running businesses, though, so keep that in mind. But when you stop by, it's a must. You must tell them how you heard about it and that we sent you there. I want these guys to know that you guys are showing out for them because it's needed. They need the support from Americans coming in. And, I know some of you may like arepas and bandeja paisa and so on, and that's good. But every day, I mean, maybe one day out of the week, stop by. I mean, one day, every other day, stop by Sweet Georgia Cafe. Because I'm telling you, Sweet Georgia Cafe is a resource place too. It's not just good food. No, the food is good. Oh, the food is good. But it's a resource center. Let me tell you something. You will get plugged in with brothers. Man, let me tell you something. And when I say brothers, I don't mean solely black. I mean, my brothers are my brothers. But I mean white, Asian, Canadian, everybody goes there. Okay, so it's not just black brothers. Okay, when I say brothers, I mean all of you are my brothers and sisters. That's just the way I talk. I may say cat sometimes because I'm an old cat. But stop by Sweet Georgia Cafe and stop by Brooklyn. Show them support, please. Show them support. Let me try to catch up in a second. Okay. And again, thanks so much to Dennis. $20 donation. Alan gave a $100 donation, and I and my girlfriend gave $100 each too. So this week is a good week. I can't wait to go again, and for them to know, okay, oh, it's you that's donating. Okay, yeah. I want everybody. I'm trying to get it so, and I've asked Andres this, if we can get a wall, because like Sweet Georgia Cafe at Laureles has a wall where when you go in, you sign your name. So you go there today, you'll see DC Born Rob. Unless they start all over again. But to get some sort of wall where you guys, when you do go up and take the tours, you can write your name. Okay. And I want everything that I wanted to say, viewers of DC Born Rob, so they know who's helping them. They need to know that you guys care, not just hanging it. Yes. Okay. Which you got to go to yes. I get that. But every day, you're not going to be there during a day anyway, chances are. But remember, support your American businesses, support your American businesses. And again, this video is just for me to announce, and if anybody wanted to bring up anything, and if anybody is in the WhatsApp chat group and wanted to give me a call, you have my number. If it's something that you want to bring up, that's fine too. I'm gonna give it, I wanted to do at least up to an hour. When do you plan, Sam says, when do you plan on coming back for another visit? Realistically, hopefully, actually, I can't make a move until my girlfriend gets her passport. And we're trying to travel together. So we were talking yesterday about going there and then from there sneaking over to Guatemala. So a month and a half, you know, I actually have vacation to use too. So yeah, let's do it. I'm ready to, man. And you're going to know, because when I come, you'll know, and it's going to be an event at both Brooklyn's and Sweet Georgia Cafe. We're going to show out. So everybody there who supports anyway, you know, we're going to do some sort of function when I get there. So, and by all means, do these functions while I'm not there. I'm coming back, but to visit. John Kerker says, why is it hard to get an apartment there? When I say hard, I mean, well, first of all, you need to speak Spanish. Okay. And if you don't, remember, 95% of the people there don't speak English. The other 5% don't want to speak English, and they feel challenged by it. So you have to start off the conversation, you know, yo hablo muy poquito español, okay, pero habla bastante, or whatever you want to tell them. But you need to be able to communicate on a level, you know, does it come with a refrigerator? Does it come with a heater? Because keep in mind, when you get an apartment, and from what I can tell, and watch Carlton's Travel Adventures too. He just had an issue last week. Watch Carlton's Travel Adventures. I'm a fan of Carlton. I watched Carlton before I moved there. So I knew a lot before I got there, just like you're watching me and other vloggers too before you go down for the first time. But he's having some challenges in his new apartment now. And he just said, be careful when you go in a new apartment. So there's a whole lot of challenges to it. Some will ask you to pay 3 months, excuse me, or 6 months in advance. If that's not a hardship, then that's fine. Some may ask you to have a fiador. A fiador is like a local who is going to co-sign for you. Good luck finding one, you know. I mean, unless you know somebody there already that's willing to co-sign for you and be responsible for your rent. I mean, those two are challenges. Remember, when you get an apartment also, it's empty, so you don't have furniture. So how long are you going to stay? Are you going to live there for the year? In which case, yeah, you got time to go out and get your furniture. Then you got to get it delivered, and things don't move like they do here. The speed is not like here in Houston. We have gallery furniture. I can go by there right now at 6:30, order a mattress, a couple of couches, and this stuff will meet me home. It ain't gonna happen like that. It ain't gonna happen like that there. Remember, there's a different speed in Colombia, okay? McDonald's is not, they don't turn around and hand you your burger, okay? You're gonna wait for everything. So if you wait 15 minutes for a Big Mac, number one, you're gonna wait a heck of a longer time for your couch to show up. Or your refrigerator. Some places don't come with refrigerators. You may think that's standard here, but it's not there. Chances are you won't get an oven. Chances are you won't get a dryer for your clothes dryer. So most people, that's why you see clothes hanging out everywhere, because the weather's so good. You know, I've had socks and underwear hanging all over my apartment. So, but you know, a couple hours it was dry, and you don't need to consume any energy for that. So you don't really need it. Some people, and I've always had heat no matter where I went. I mean, hot water. But some people say that they've had issues with that. Most places don't have air conditioning, but you don't need it. The weather is just that good. So for the cat further up, he was just going to move, 55 years old. Dude, wait till you feel the weather. If you're still here, let me know where you're from, because I got to talk about the weather with you. John Carricker says, oh, that was you. Why is it so hard? Yeah, just for those things, just for those challenges. You know, you have to furnish it. You have to negotiate, or you're going to get gringo prices. And gringo does not mean white. Gringo means American or not paisa, not from Colombia. Okay, so, you know, you can walk, and you can be from Chicago, you can be from DC like me, and go and walk down and go. They can tell, first of all, if I don't talk, I'm Colombian, because I dress appropriately, you know, blank t-shirt, you know, no rings, no, you know, I can fit in. You know, because they come in all shapes and colors. But I can fit in easily. Just now I lost my train of thought. Oh, shoot. Let me catch up where I was. Yeah, you'll get gringo prices. I'm back. Okay, you'll get gringo prices. So, you know, while I may look gringo, look Colombian while I'm there, as soon as I open my mouth, it's a wrap. You know, even if you are from the United States and you speak Spanish, it's a wrap. They know, you know, you're not speaking like they are. Okay. So while, you know, everything's possible, I know a few people that have apartments there now, you know, but I'm using them as examples to tell me it's difficult. Watch Carlton's Travel Adventures, the last video he put up 2 or 3 days ago. Watch that video. And watch Carlton's Travel Adventures. Watch Wes's, Where's Wes? That's who I interviewed a couple of days ago. Awesome YouTubers, okay? You want to get the real feel, and Wes is moving to Manizales too, so I've never seen it. I saw him looking for apartments there on one of his videos. He tells the truth. He tells the truth as he sees it, and I can appreciate that. You know, he puts it out there, so, you know, and that's his style. We all have our own style. But I appreciate his, and I think we think a lot alike too. Although I'm 32 years older than him. Okay, hello Rob. This is Rectillerful. Okay, some of the names y'all got to give me a break if I mispronounce it. Okay. Okay, hello Rob. What would be a good area to stay? I'm going to Medellin this Sunday for a week, trying to share some beers with the people. Hey, I watched the chat group, and everybody wants to go to Poblado. Okay, it's near Parquilleres. It's a live spot. I'm not a fan of Poblado solely because of the hills, though. I don't, and you pay more. You pay a little bit more, and you know you can't walk. I like to walk. I wonder why. You know, it's not here in Texas, man. We're the fattest city I think in the country. So because nobody walks, we hop in the car and drive to the corner. You know, I gotta go to the mailbox. They don't do that there. Everybody walks. The weather is just that beautiful. So, but still, I want to make sure that everybody understands it's not the same altitude as it is here. So you may struggle at flat level. just walking around because the air is thinner. Because even though they're in a valley, that valley is lower than where you are, chances are. I think it's almost flat here, maybe 10 foot. You know, it's not like back in DC or further east or even in California where you have mountains and you have some type of elevation. No, it's a struggle on flat land. So if you're going to live anywhere, and why I'm saying this is, if you're going to live anywhere, I would choose, personally, I would choose Laureles or the side of Poblado that is not on the mountain. And you really have to look at a map. I mean, I could show you, but if you look for Santa Fe Mall and just know that the front of Santa Fe Mall, it's a little hill down from there, but from there, I mean, you walk around from one side door to, from the main door to the side door, and you're going up, I mean, the hill's like this. I'm not kidding you. And this is, you walk, and then you turn. So it's like San Francisco. So Laureles is flat. But there's a side of Poblado. I looked for Aguacatala Metro Station. I stayed in that neighborhood. I loved it. I was off of Las Vegas Boulevard. You cross Las Vegas Boulevard, the mountain began. And it's right on the border of Poblado and Envigado. I don't know if that's trees, how it divides, but so I would say East Poblado, you can find a place that is level, but then you're not going to be in a happening spot. People want to be, you know, at least from what I can tell from reading the comments, people want to be where the happening spot is. So I say Laureles, Envigado. I mean, it's up to you. That's a good one too. It's down the road. It's not in the main state. And you can still, if you live in Laureles, you can still walk to 70, 33. Those are like popping streets too. Jimmy Jones says, do you plan on moving to Medellin? Right now, no. I moved there, went through some stuff, decided, you know, asked my boss, asked my mom, y'all cool? Okay, I could work, you know, anywhere I have Wi-Fi. And I left. But then I came back a couple of times and a couple of events for the kids. And then you see the video where I get out the car, get out the Uber, and the kids run up and hug me. Yeah, that was a wrap. So we had to work stuff out, man. And it's been good. So moving back right now, no. In the future, I mean, you know, if I'm alive in 5 years, I'm happy. So I can't think that far in advance. Not to see what's going to happen relationship wise first. We need to get there and then see what we're going to do. Okay, let's see. Orvio Favieres, and let me stop before I read yours too, Orvio. And tell you that the reason I'm doing this is because I have another application. I'm doing this live solely really to promote the new platform that we have. It's both on the internet, so you can, I mean, I'm sitting up on my laptop now and I can see things popping up when it does, or you can turn off and turn on. You can show your location so people can see where you are, turn it on or turn it off. It's up to you. But you can comment in certain sections and that information will stay there. In WhatsApp, you know, if you miss something, how many times have we been asked, are there still any requirements to enter Colombia? I mean, it's been asked, okay? A lot. So the question's been answered, okay, within 96 hours, you check me, but you can't scroll all the way back up. Matter of fact, I think when you jump in, you don't get all the prior messages, so it's not there for you. So people have to keep asking it. But here, it's going to be stored. So you'll have a database where you can go in for new things. And just if you have any ideas on what topics I should put up, let me know and I'll put it up. But you can start your own thread too. So that's the main reason I'm doing this video, is to let you guys know. Email me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to jump in. Remember, no promoting, no selling. Again, if you're another YouTuber, I mean, that's like selling KFC chicken outside of a Popeyes. It's not cool. Or to come on and try to promote your own business. I'm particular about what's associated with my name. Again, that's all I have is my word, my name. So I'm particular about what I put out there for you guys, and to make sure that you don't get harassed by people backdooring, because people can direct message you and do the same thing too. So, but people contact me. So the other people need to know that they do contact me separately. They DM me and go, you know, what's up with this? Or somebody else earlier told me that they're getting calls, random calls from Florida. I don't know, but that's why I'm doing this video. So let me read get caught up. Okay. So informative, and thanks for the quick response earlier. Greets from Aruba. Aruba. Are you in the group? We have somebody else. We have a young lady from Aruba that just joined the group. Terrence says, please let me know when you're going, sir, so I can plan to come down also. Absolutely. Oh, you'll know. I'll be, yeah. As soon as I get a ticket, you'll all know. You'll all know. I may end up going to Energy and get one of them $2,500 a night rooms. No, I'm just kidding. That ain't me. There are some nice places where you can stay and you don't have to spend that kind of money. But yeah, that's, if I go up in one of them rooms, it's because somebody else rented it out and they invited me over. You know, it's like, what's the best kind of pool to have? A friend with a pool. What's the best kind of boat to buy? None. Get on your friend's boat. Okay. I'm trying to do the full experience, Yetis included, and everything together in a week. Okay. It can be done. You're going to be, man, I mean, I don't know how many tours and so on you want to get. Do you want to climb Tres Cruces? Do you want to go to Guatape? Do you want to climb El Peñol? That's where you see the steps going up the side of the mountain, which kicked my butt. Somebody, I think it was Rose, said that he climbed that mountain in 7 minutes. Yeah, not me. Not me. Excuse me. I was hurt. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot. Yetis, you got to go up Yetis. I mean, my whole thing is, you know, don't hang out there. You're more liable to get into something if you're there. You know, it's like fish in a barrel. For somebody who wants to commit crime, that's the good term. It's fish in a barrel. You got all you guys all jammed together, drinking, and they just watch you. You know, you don't know who they are. And the girl may get on a phone and text somebody. Yeah, I got one over here. Next thing you know, somebody bumps you. You didn't pay attention to where you put your wallet. You don't have money in this, money that. I mean, there's all kind of tips that you will find too on my from my former videos and from in the chat group too. So I see you trying to get it all in a week. Would you ever consider buying an apartment in Colombia in the future? I mean, way in the future. Probably right now. I would love to have one now just as a getaway, really. And if the price was good, you know, once the whole thing that's holding me up from international flying, man, let me tell you something. I was flying, and me and my girl were flying all around the world. So this right here, we haven't been able to fly internationally for a year. We can't get to the Philippines. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go back to Vietnam. I want to go back to Europe. Because I skipped Paris last time we went to Barcelona. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. There's so many things I want to do and want to see and want to go. You know, the Galapagos Islands. I want to go to the equator and watch, you know, how the water goes this way, you know, down the drain. And then an inch, 2 inches away, a foot away, you see it go the other way. I find that amazing. I'm down to go see that. But the whole thing is the virus has just slowed up everything. So yeah, as soon as this is done, I'm back out. I'm back. If I put up all the videos from all my other stuff, I need to go back. I just hadn't put it up because, okay, first off, it's older. I have to do Philippines though, because man, I was a guest judge. We were guest judges in a full-fledged beauty pageant in the Philippines. Man, you want to know a good time? We were in the official parade. I mean, that trip is epic. That's probably my best travel trip, I think. Okay. Okay, it's your first visit here. I would recommend staying in El Poblado, specifically in the Provenza area. There you go. Again, a lot of people will pick that area because that's where stuff is going on, and I get it. Carlos Zapp from a guy, and just so you know, Provenza is right in the middle of the stuff. Okay, it's just north of Parque Yetis. It's right off the main drag, 10th Street, Calle Diaz. So you're right in the spot. I mean, it depends on what type of trip you're trying to have. Okay, Carlos Zapp says, from a guy with diabetes who only lived in Colombia for about a month. What does that mean? And I lived there for almost 4 months. What does that mean? With a green screen behind him. Yeah. Who are you? Carlton gave him the info about crime. Carlton is, what are you talking about? I just told people to go to Carlton. So you know what? There you go. How about that? And there you go, whoever you are. For every 100 positive comments I get, I always get one like this, just going to throw something up. And so you just got to delete it and keep on moving. Otherwise, I would not be doing this. And there's days it gets challenging, man. He's like, man, this is a lot of work. I have a day job. Then I got to hop on here and deal with this mess, you know? So deal with that mess. Let's put it that way. Okay. Tony says, I watched Carlton's last video. It's crazy. Handwritten utility bill. Yeah. They handed him a handwritten utility bill that said, I forgot how much it was in pesos, but it was like, okay, utilities. That's how he got his bill. That was crazy. I got to talk to him. Again, check out Carlton's travel adventures. Okay, I watched Carlton's last, okay. Luzito, being Latino from New York, they treat me different than other gringos. I get the local prices. Yep. Anybody outside of their area, you're going to get gringo prices. Now, how are the real estate prices looking like there? That I don't know. You got to ask somebody who is there now and probably looking for a place too. So check them out. Okay, I hear you, DC. I walked from Santa Fe Mall to Parque Lleras, and I was so winded for a 25-minute walk. Yeah, if you walked on 43rd, tell me, Sam, is that not a beautiful walk? Especially on Sundays. If you don't know, Sundays they block off 43rd, which is Poblado Avenue, and they block off half of it for pedestrians to walk, you know, rollerblade, walk their dog, scoot, you know. So they get to jump on, they get to walk down that street. And everybody's all fit. To me, it's like a fashion show because everybody's all dressed up and all sporty. That's the one time you'll see everybody out in shorts. John Carricker, Dallas, Texas, representing. Me, myself, Irene, got you. Welcome. Okay, so whoever this, person was, and you know what? It's always people who do this stuff. It's always somebody who want to hide behind an empty email that don't have nothing on it. And, it gets me sometimes, but, it is what it is. You're going to have them no matter what you do. So, just like I talked to Wes about, you say you want to do something, you want to go to Colombia or even just visit, and people are going to say, you crazy? Where? Medellin? Are you crazy? Now, for those who've been so many times already, you know better, but some people are still like crabs in a barrel, and they're going to try to bring you down to their level. So you have to keep on moving. Viva Hernando, do you take a cab to and from Tres Cruces, or there shower facilities there? I didn't see any shower facilities there. Man, that's the worst hike. Well, then I climbed a volcano too, and I thought I was going to literally die in Guatemala. But that walk, man, and I have a video, so go back and look. If you look through DC Bon Rob, Tres Cruces, man, you'll see from the bottom up. I was like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And then we came down in the dark when your legs almost giving out on you. And 3 days in a row, I did Camino Ocho, up the top of the mountain, which overlooks Poblado. I walked Tres Cruces, and then the next time I did the paragliding. And paragliding, when they drive you up there, it doesn't take you all the way up. You still got to walk. But whatever your guide is, you'll either catch an Uber somewhere where they'll meet you. And what I did for Tres Cruces, I think I found them on Airbnb for experiences. It's not only just renting houses. You click on experiences and they'll show you everything that you can do in Medellin. And I think that's how I met Andres, to be honest with you. But I did a few tours. I did coffee tours. I did all kinds of tours. But that was when I was like, okay, let's walk it. I could see it from my apartment, so I might as well walk it. But yeah, man, like I said, it's one thing when it's flat, but when it almost killed me. I don't know how I made it. I was, thank God for making it back down safely and without falling, and was still able to stop sometimes and record. And I use that as an excuse to catch my breath. And now younger people are popping all up, man, and it's not even steps either. It's big mud. I didn't see any bathroom up there. Not saying there was no shower or anything. So you probably you can take an Uber over to the base of it, the bottom of it. But your tour guide, or maybe they'll come pick you up. It just depends on who your guide is. John, Google Earth. Do you take a cab? Okay, that was it. Okay, Big Mike, what's up, man? Most haters are fans of other YouTubers that may not like you, and that's cool. I'm cool with that. But don't you notice they always hide? I'm one to be, I won't say confrontational because I'm not anymore. But I mean, you got something to say it. It's simple as that. But don't hide behind something like that. Come knock on my door. Meet me. Anyway, it is what it is. So it ain't no skin off me, man. Like I said, for every 100 positive comments I get that one that's just like, okay, dude, really? And then you delete him, and he goes away for a little while until he decides he's going to create another email, Google email just for that. What kind of life are you living, bro? What kind of life are you living? I don't get it. But Jimmy says, when you moved to Medellin, did you get a visa, and how long? No, I didn't need it because I wasn't there more than 6 months. Yeah, after 6 months, you have to have a visa. So you do 3 months, you extend another 3 months, and then by then you need to get your visa. And I didn't. Yeah, I did. In the comments, join the group. Send me, again, if you want to join the new platform, send me your email. And just for like people like that was just on there, I got to be careful who I'm letting in. So send me your email and your WhatsApp number to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I will get it to you. Okay, I get a link to you. And all the resources you're going to need, let me tell you something. These guys are sharp. But yeah, I didn't know it was this many people that traveled there on the regular. I knew a few brothers from being there that lived there, but there's some guys who go back and forth. Like, my moderator, Luis, goes back once a month. He just got back last week. And a lot of people do that for, he's doing dental work. So you have to go back and get tightened up and so on. Okay, Eric Lee, Carlton will work it out. Yeah, man. Carlton's my man. He is just a little stubborn at times. He is smart and is the man of principle. Yes. That's why, before I met Carlton, I knew I'd get along with him. I said, man, he's a cool cat. And then I met him at Sweet Georgia Cafe. The same Sam and Tasha came by too, from How to Expat too. There's another good website for you too. They have some videos. I reached out to Tasha a couple of weeks ago, and she said they're no longer doing it as a couple. I think Sam is back to programming. But they have a resource, a database of videos, how to expat, okay? They have the orange, when you see the orange thumbnail, Sam and Tasha, they have a lot of information on finding apartments and so on like that. And another resource, again, is Medellin Guru, MedellinGuru.com. Medellin Guru, my man, Jeff I need to get an interview with him. If anybody knows Jeff, tell him I would love to get an interview. I'm going to reach out to him this week. This man, I don't know how he does it. I don't. When you go to the State Department, it sends you there for information in Medellin. Go to Medellin Guru. The State Department, the U.S. State Department, sends you to Medellin Guru. He's got information on best restaurants to eat, where to stay, which parts of town are better, crime, what we're going through right now. I'm trying not to say it, but he's got the information. I forgot his last name, Jeff, but at MedellinGuru.com. Alan, one of the reasons to go to Colombia is Colombian music. There you go. Hey, Alan, thank you for the donation, sir. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating, man. Much appreciated. I'm going to get video to show where the money is actually going so you can see it, okay? But if you're going to go, you got to do the tour. Got to do the tour to Comuna Ocho. Okay, Blaine says, I don't get trolls. They got nothing. Yeah, they got they got nothing better to do. Don't stress it. They're a dime a dozen. I ain't stressing it, man. He's like, you just saw what I did. He wrote a whole bunch of crap like 20 times, and I just got rid of them with one click. So who's stupid? I don't get it. And I don't get who it is. I don't really care, really. Tony says, do you have info on how to go about getting, you're moving too fast, about how to get an English teaching job without a degree or experience? I don't, but I'm sure somebody in the group would. Again, the resources are there. Join the group. Join the group. Send me your email and your WhatsApp number to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes, guys. I'm going to read the last few comments. And then I'm going to start sending out, again, if you're in the group already, send me your, just send me an alert. DM me that says that you want to try out the new platform. If you want to stay there, then that's fine too. But if you want to get on here where it's more organized and you can do more with it, and you can go in your own private room, and I'll even make groups in time. I'm going to make groups so that, and you can see you can be in Medellin and say who's here, who else, who's near me, show who else is in Medellin. Like if somebody's in Houston, I can pull them up who's in Houston or wherever, Florida. But I don't myself, but again, I'm telling you, the viewers here on right now may, or in the group. So Luzito says, which car service do you prefer, yellow taxi or share ride? Personally, I feel safer riding with the yellow taxis. I forget which one is allowed to pick up. Are you talking about picking up at the airport, or you just talking about in general? I'm an Uber person, so I couldn't tell you either one. I know Uber's illegal. It was illegal the whole time I was there. Every time I went, I took an Uber. So that's just me. I couldn't tell you. Anybody here care or have a preference between the white or yellow taxi rides? Louis saying he feels safer riding in the yellow taxis. But I'm share ride. I use Uber. There's a few other apps down there too. InDriver is one of them. There's a few of them. Alan says, I had an English teaching job back in 1964. So Alan, maybe I reach out to Alan and ask him in the comments. Once we're done here in a few minutes, it'll get posted shortly after, and feel free to comment down there. Maybe reach out to Alan and ask him what he did to get a job down there. He says, do you still have the Centro Colombo Americano? What is that? Centro Colombo Americano? I'm not familiar with it. Do they still have that? Anybody here know Centro Colombo Americano? Is that a coffee? Alan says, great. Again, I'm going to give it a few minutes because, again, this is always like 30 seconds delayed. But before I go, I want to reiterate that the new platform is up, and what I had planned before didn't work, so I scrambled over the last 24 hours and stayed up late last night to put this together. So we'll see how it goes. It's all one big experiment, let me tell you. The WhatsApp group was an experiment and ended up now we're over 200 strong right now. And the knowledge base is intense, man. I learn something every day. Every time I log on there, I learn something every day, okay? These people know what they're talking about. You have people going back once a month, once every 3 months. People staying there, like Big Mike was there for what, 8 months out of the year? A lot of people go down certain times of the year and they come back in the US, maybe 6 months. So because they don't have to worry about a visa at that point, just one extension. But again, thanks to Dennis and Alan's for your donations. It is going to a good place. Yeah, that's it. I'll leave it at that. Make sure you stop at Sweet Georgia Cafe. You're not in Medellin until you stop by there, see Rob, tell him that Rob, DC Rob sent you, and go by Brooklyn's restaurant and tell Chef Jay that Rob sent you over there too. Both of them are in the group already, in the new platform already. Okay, this is great. Okay, I got my English teaching job at the Centro Colombo Americano with 2 years of college. So for who is that? Tony? Yeah, Tony did ask that. Alan says he got his English teaching job at the Centro Colombo Americano. I used to watch a YouTuber. Somebody help me out. Really young cat, and he played guitar, but he traveled around Colombia. I watched a lot. I can't think of his name right now, but he was teaching English, and he would just show up and ask, "Hey, you hiring?" Anybody know who that was? Young guy. He couldn't have been 25, I'm guessing. But I watched him for a while. Big Mike says 14 months. 14 months. Which is 14 months. Mike. Terrence says, Mr. Rob, I have to go. I will text you later so I can join the other platform. Not a problem. I'll just send you the link, man. I got your number. I'll just send it to you. T.E. Dav, Matt, I think from Seattle. Okay. Maybe I missed something. Oh, okay. Alan says it's a binational center. Okay, supported by local communities and the U.S. State Department. There you go. If any of you guys have information on that, let me know. 14 months in Colombia, Mike. 14 months in Colombia, you can stay with a visa, or Blaine says, is there a donation on the live chat? I don't know. I don't know if I turn this on or not. I think it is, but no worries either way. It's on the channel if you want to donate. And much appreciated for everybody who does, and much appreciated for everybody who stops by and supports Sweet Georgia Cafe. If you can't tell, I'm going out of my way to support these brothers because we want them to stick around, and they need your support. You're there or you're going there. Support these guys. Have that as a resource too, and as a home base before you head out for wherever. You're going to meet some people. I've met people that grew up 3 blocks from me when I was 10 years old, okay, at Sweet Georgia Cafe. Oh, no, I was there for 14. Oh, you were there for 14 months. Okay, yeah. Yeah, man. And well, was that because of the issue over the past year? I think you may have. Did you stay longer because of that? Gil says, I appreciate your videos, Rob. When you have haters, you're doing something right. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for all, man. I have some good viewers. I get some good comments, man. I get some comments that are motivating. And just when I get like, man, why am I doing this? I get some comments like that, and and I knew I was talking to that one person. And when they let me know that that one person heard it, man, then I'm back. Okay. Marshall Powell, my fault. Marshall Powell, that's his name. Yeah. I used to watch him too. Okay. Yeah, Marshall Powell, look him up. And the good thing about YouTube is the videos don't go away. I mean, unless, he got old and he don't want his kids to see him. But he was a sharp young man though. But he would travel around these little towns, and he was in Medellin, but he would move around, and he dated, he played guitar, he stayed in a lot of youth hostels. Man, you can live there for less than nothing if you're willing to share, or stay with a family. Marshall Powell was his name. Go look that up on YouTube, Marshall Powell. Watch his older videos, man. I think I watched them all before I moved there. I think I watched them all. Alan says, that's what I did. Okay. I showed up at the CC in Medellin and talked to the director. There you go. Find where the schools are. Because that's what he did. That's what Marshall did. He went in and was like, hey, do you know anybody that's hiring for a teacher? And, when you're not demanding about money to get paid, yeah, you want to get paid something. But if you're staying at a youth hostel, you're not spending that much anyway. Let's say I don't know how much they cost, $150 a month or whatever, but you got a place that you feel safe in, and your things are stored, and $150 a month. So if you get paid, the equivalence of $200 a month, you got 50 extra bucks on top of what else he was doing too. I don't know if he was, how much money he was making from YouTube, if he was, I don't know. But look him up if you get a chance, and check out Where's West. Check out Carlton's Travel Adventures. Check out How to Expat also. Good resources. And for looking for a job teaching, you got to knock on doors. Yeah, Thank you, Alan. Thank you so much. Thank all you guys for watching. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds to see if anything pops up, because again, something takes long. Okay, that's where Marshall Powell, yep, was a good blogger in Colombia, but I believe he deleted or put the Colombian blog on private. Really? You know, it's a wonder because they don't pop up anymore. That's what I said. They stay on there forever unless the user, like I said, he may get older and don't want that part of his life out there. But why would he hide that? He didn't do, I mean, he was a good kid. I mean, when I say kid, he was early 20s. And he just up and moved there and just traveled around Colombia. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out afterwards and see. Yeah, he may have taken it off because those videos, if you don't take them off, they're gonna be up there for a while. So, you know, yeah, he was a good blogger. I'm also in the beginning, I was juiced by Ace Live and Carlton and Sly. What was it? Sly's Life. I watched those three, and that's what encouraged me to say, you know what? And I remember sitting on that couch the first day in my apartment going, okay, I made a change. I just moved. And yeah, it was crazy. Then you got to learn all about how to you got to learn all about making sure your cable TV work. Because remember, their channels are all in Spanish. It was challenging for a while until I learned, okay, I need to get a VPN. I need to get an IPTV, all this good stuff, which you'll learn in time before you get down there. Remember to support Brooklyn's. Remember to support Sweet Georgia Cafe. Unless something pops up. Oh, let's see. I might be wrong. Well, Stesworld says, I might be wrong. You can check again. Things click fast sometimes. I might be wrong. You can check it again, and they might be public. But the kid did a great job. Yes, man. I like the way he did it. I love the way people edit too. Once you do this and you start editing, especially when I got the green screen, and then just how creative can you get with that? What else different can you do? And you try to think outside the box and try to come up with some ideas. Whereas Wes, his videos are very cinematic too. They do still have, do they still have the Peace Corps? You mean there? I don't know. I mean, Peace Corps, I would assume Peace Corps is still around. I knew somebody in the Peace Corps a while ago that flew all around the world helping. I got paid $1,500 in 1964 pesos per month. Okay, so that's roughly 1,500? 1,500? Really? That's not that much. Well, pesos? Wow. Okay. T. Ed says, I watched Sly and Cortez. Oh, Cortez Ross. Yes. I used to watch that brother. He had his family down there. You know what? I may go look up his videos, man. That was an entertaining brother. If he's still out there, you know, guys, look up Cortez Ross on YouTube. He was there. He would live it. He moved his family there. He was there for a while. He had a t-shirt business. He was supporting himself. He was a good salesman, man. He was entertaining. I was captivated by his shows. And then all of a sudden, he said, okay, well, we're moving. I forgot about that. Thanks, Ted. Is it Ted? You guys got to give me how to pronounce the names. T-Ed Dave. Yeah, it's like Cortez Ross. Look up Cortez Ross and watch the progression, because at the end he disappears. Like, we're moving somewhere else and things have changed over here, and we're probably going to Vietnam, but we're not sure. And then I don't know. You tell me, Ted. Tell me, was it like 3 months later he just appeared and was like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff, and I'm not even gonna tell you the story. You got to watch it to see how it unfolded. I mean, he should get paid for that story. I mean, just watching him in Medellin, watch him walk around Laureles and walk across the street with his family at the mall. I'm gonna go look him up, man. Yeah, you just refreshed my memory. I forgot I used to watch him too. Let's see. Alan says, I think you can get about $1,500 US a day. And $1,500 is good. US. Yeah, US dollars is good. Eric Lee says, I just checked. All of Marshall Powell's bids are there. There you go. Check it out. Thanks, Eric. Check out Marshall Powell. Great videos of Medellin, man. These are vloggers that may not pop up at the top of the list right now, but they are solid vloggers. And of course, Ace Live is the man. That's like my ultimate hero, man, because I'm actually following in his footsteps. I would love to be, he was when I went to Vietnam for a couple of weeks and then came back to Medellin again. When I went there, he went up like 2 weeks after we were there, a week or two after we left, because we went to Saigon and then Hanoi, and he did the same tour on Halong Bay. And when I saw him, I forgot over the last summer when he was climbing down the side of the mountain, going to look for the waterfall. I was like, oh boy, man. Oh boy, does it, man. He gets up and does it. He makes stuff happen. And he's not all about showing the butts. If he goes out of his way to be a travel channel. And that's what I'm trying to do. Be a travel channel. And it's very difficult if you don't know when you type in the word travel to have yourself pop up. But I have a good chance now from you type in travel Medellin, I should pop up. But travel is huge. So for him, he just hit he's way over 100,000 now. And I watched him when he started in Medellin. Man, he made it happen, man. He's got the personality. Hey, man, Ace Live, you can't tell me nothing wrong about him. Ted, I watch Lions, Cortez Ross too. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, I said that. Okay, nice pad you have there. Hey, appreciate it. Can you see what's behind me? My mom watches my videos too, and she's like, what's that hanging on your door? Are those shoes over there? So now I got to make sure I move my shoes. And yeah, what's hanging on the door? Those are my masks. I put 3 hooks on my door so that when I walk out, I don't forget, because sometimes I'll make it all the way to the car, but then I got another 30 out there too. I'm equipped. Let me tell you something. This brother ain't never out of no mask. I use the KN95s as my favorite. Much appreciated. I love this spot too. Except when the power went out a week and a half ago. And I didn't have power, and they had power on the other side, and I can look. And I didn't know until that first night. I was here, and I was like, okay, it's cold, and I'm out of power, but we're all in the same boat. And then it got dark, and I can see people over there. I'm like, wait a minute. They over there cooking, dancing, eating. Are they watching TV? What? Is the windows all fogged up because the heat is on? And I was over here straight blank for 3 straight days. And then to top it off, they said, don't drink the water. And they were going to cut the water off. That's not even don't drink the water. They cut the water off for a day. So, yeah, that was a rough time, but appreciate it. But I love where I am, though. Peace Corps is still there for all ages. They do projects in Colombia. There you go. Okay, Ted said he just started his channel again. He's about to move back. Who? Cortez? You got to be kidding me. I'm definitely, as soon as I log off and I send these links, I'm going to check it out. Alan says, great to hear about Peace Corps in America. Yep. Okay. LOL. Yep. It was about 12 pesos to the dollar then. Wow. Man, I think yesterday we were 3.6. We were 3.6 something yesterday. 3.6 something peso to $1. 3,600 and something. So divide 1,500 by 12 to get the dollars. The Mexican peso was the same at that time. Oh, there you go. Okay. Stes World says Zach Morris early videos are good too, but his videos are in Spanish. Then I'm probably out. That and reading movies. I like some movies. Is it me, or are there a lot more movies out there where you got to read them? And I don't know about you, but I'm lazy. When I watch a good movie, I want somebody to do the work for me and speak. Zach Morris, okay. I got to look up. Well, I'll take a look and see who he is. But so he's famous in Colombia as the American who loves Colombia more than the average Colombian. There you go. Per month. Okay. This is great educational entertainment. Thanks, Alan. It says, what are some money moves you recommend for those that considering moving to Medellin? I mean, only thing I can tell you from my experience is to bring US dollars. Don't look on getting a job down there and supporting yourself. If you're young, and again, you're 21 years old, you want to live in a hostel, but like, you know, I'm 58 years old. I need my own spot, and I need a decent spot because I'm picky too. It don't have to be all fancy, like what's the name of the place? But I still need, you know, a decent place. So I would just, you know, if in a few years I'm due to get $1,200 a month in Social Security, I could live there on that. Not parting up a years, but I didn't do that anyway. You know, I could call Rappy and have him bring me a bottle of vodka, or I go over to Sweet George Cafe and get a few drinks. You know, it just the biggest thing is bring US dollars. And if you're moving and you work online, I mean, that's a given. Because to live there and still bring US dollars is either retirement, Social Security, or disability or something like that. You have a lot of vets down there too. I'm sure somebody in here right now is a vet too. A lot of vets in the group also. But you'll and there's representation there too in Medellin. But how do you spell the name? Oh, wait a minute. Let me get to it. Yeah, that's I would say number one, make sure you have the US dollars. Make sure you have the US dollars coming in or saved up. If you're retired, there you go. And just, it depends on how much of a leap of faith you want to make it. How much stuff do you want to sell before you go down? Like if you watched my interview with Wes the other day, he was out. He sold all his stuff, and you know, he was there with $4,500, and now he's thriving. So it can be done for less. You can live a whole lot better than you can here with the same amount of money. You can still live here for the same amount of money, but you won't be living like you would there. J Rag Soap Fiesta says, have you ever been to Cali? I have not. I lived in Medellin, but finally got to visit Cali. Finally get to visit. Oh, he's getting ready to go. Okay, well, let me know. Keep in touch, man. All you guys that are traveling down there, let me know when you get there. Let me know how it's going. Keep in touch. Let us all know. Because this is how we all learn. You know, I am the biggest fan of brainstorming. You know, so this is why the group is so good, because it's nothing but one big brainstorm. It's some people says one thing, they feed off of that, and somebody, oh yeah, and I remember this and I remember that, and that's how it works. I've never been to Cali. I didn't leave Medellin because, and I had chances to go, and I knew people going to Cali and so on. Trips to Sweet Georgia has trips going out of this town, but I was like, why? I mean, the weather's so good here. There's no bugs. I mean, I don't know where you're from, but if you're from a place that's got bugs and you don't like mosquitoes, some mosquitoes don't bother everybody, but me, they bother. So how do you spell the name of the tour? Oh, Comuna Ocho. It's the El Faro neighborhood. I don't know how he has it listed, but his website is nomadtravel.com or .co. nomadtravel.co or .com. Remember, Colombia is .co. But it's the Comuna Ocho, the El Faro neighborhood. And look at my videos. You'll see exactly what the tour is. I recorded so much, it turned out to be 4 videos, 3 videos of the tour, you know, sampling foods and then going up and walking around, learning how the people ended up on the side of the mountain in the backyard with the rooster, you know, and eating the pastel de pollo, climbing the mountain, which I really wasn't ready to do, but we did it, and the view is amazing. Man, they walk around on the edge like it's nothing, like right on the edge, like doot. I'm like, dude, there's no railing. I ain't coming up there. Can you film for me? Because I ain't going up there. And then the crazy bus ride. You can type in DC Bon Rock, crazy bus ride, and you'll see the crazy bus ride there. It's a 2-lane highway, and it's a 1-lane highway with 2 cars, 2-way. How they do it? Man, them bus drivers drive US drivers under the ground, man. They can drive. Okay, okay, John. Nomad Travel, check that out. But it's the Comuna Ocho, El Faro neighborhood. Alan says, listen to news in Spanish over and over, then graduate to movies in Spanish. That's true. You know, on the news, they enunciate better, so they move their mouth. Like if you watch the news here, they move their mouths properly. So even if you couldn't hear, you could read their lips, what they're saying. They don't just, man, you don't come around like, man, I ain't even, you know, they don't slur in the day news. We over here, you know, talking about they don't do that. So they have to enunciate at the bridge. Joe, they have to enunciate and pronounce things properly so you can understand better. He's right. That is good. He said, and then graduate to movies. People, I know a lot of people like in Guatemala to speak English, and I ask them how they learn. They say from listening to music and from watching movies. Listen to music, they just sing, Michael Jackson, the girl is mine. They don't even know how to say the girl is mine. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But if you have a half-hour a day, you will soon get compensation. If you do it half hour a day, you will soon get comprehension. Oh, okay. There you go. So do it. There you go. Alan says, look at the news or the movie, do it half hour a day, and you will soon get comprehension. And that is true. I used to watch Telemundo in the morning, all the bright colors, and they keep you, man. There may be a clown come out or a horse with, a monkey on the back. They keep, man, something always going on with Telemundo. J. Reg Sofiesta says, I want to hear more soulful music in nature, whether it's salsa or whatever. The Viennada music is terrible. LOL, counting on Cali. I got you. Here's another thing. I haven't mentioned this too. I always tell you guys, number one, the 3 things you need to do before you go down. First one's learn Spanish. Second one's learn Spanish. And the third is learn Spanish. But if you're going to go there and you're trying to socialize and be amongst people, you need to learn how to salsa. Okay? You gotta salsa. So get your salsa lessons. You can try dance free on Calle Diaz Sur. But because they do free 1 night a week. And you can take lessons in the evening. It's not that expensive, but you can have somebody come by your apartment for $10 a day. Okay, Alan says, I've been all over Colombia by bus. That's how you see the town. We did that in Costa Rica. We got on a bus and I was like, which bus? She was like, I don't care. And this me and my girl, she's like, let's just go. And I was like, man, I hope this one of them buses to go straight down and come back. It don't go some circle and end the line. We went all the way to the end of the line where the bus driver get up and go, okay. Está bien. Al final, get out. And so we got out. We just started walking down the street. Then we met some people, talking to people about moving in. They had a nice drink at a little countryside thing. Then the bus came back up, a couple hours later, and we took it back to city. That's how you learn a city, by bus or country by bus. And Donna says, besides the cost of living, why would you recommend Black men to live in Colombia? Dude, that's a good question. I don't touch on it that much. But I can tell you this, being in the U.S., and you will get some good conversation when you go by both Sweet Georgia Cafe and Brooklyn. Let me tell you, some of the conversation, dude, there's some well-educated brothers down there too. But on top of the weather, one of the biggest benefits for me as a Black man being there, and because I could fit into, I wasn't a Black man. I did not have to identify myself as that like I am here. When you may buy something here and they slap the money on the counter, slap the change, you're always conscious of it here. It's sad, but it's true in this country. I can go to Canada and the same thing. It's the same thing. I am just an individual. And that's the best thing I loved about it. When you brought that, I was going to bring it up in another conversation or have a conversation about it, but that is one of the biggest benefits for a Black man to move there is, number one, your color fits in. Let me tell you something. I've seen some brothers look like my cousin. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? They go, ¿Cómo? And you're like, oh, man, that's a shock, too. It takes you a little while to get used to it. You think somebody is, Cousin Ray Ray, and you walk up on them, and they go, ¿Cómo? ¿Qué? ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué quieres? Yeah, I would say besides the cost of living, that's the biggest thing, because you mentioned Black men. I mean, I think any man should go there. But for me, I never felt that. I only had one issue where that was an issue, and it was because of another American that came down and brought that with him. It wasn't because of anybody Colombian, and it wasn't anybody there. I will never forget, and I tell this one sentence this guy said. We were just sitting there talking, chilling at Sweet Georgia Cafe in Loud Ellis, and we were chilling, and it's chill, okay? we were just chilling. Man, life was good. Life was good. I miss it. Just sitting there chilling, and whatever the conversation was, the brother on the other side of the couch says, "You know what? I found the American dream, and it's right here in Medellin." And that stuck with me all that time. I can picture him, and I can hear him saying that. Just because it was like we had a conversation, but it wasn't necessarily that it just registered to him. And he said, "You know what? I found the American dream. It's right here in Medellin." I said, man, yeah, it was a good feeling, man. It was so chill. We had poker night, and I played poker too. My girl donated the poker chips to them too. So I hope they still playing poker. We lost one of the regulars last year to James. So I think there's a meal named after him, King James. Good guy. I was at his place for lunch the day that I left, my last day there. Good guy. But he was like our dealer. You see us playing poker there. Okay, so I answered that one, Ed. That was easy. You just triggered that response. Travel from Barranquilla to Caracas and then back to Bogota and Medellin. Wow. Bet you wouldn't do it now. I don't think you can. Can you cross over into Venezuela now? I don't think. I think that land border is still closed. But you know, Duque just announced that 1.8 million people are allowed to come across the border. I mean, to be normalized. They can move in. They can get social services. They can get jobs. They can get permits. You know, driver's licenses. They're in. There's a history between all the countries, and somebody told me the history before. They all used to be one big country. You know, I think Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. I think they all were one country. I don't know if it was Colombia or Bolivar. And somebody here will know that too. What are the tools that you use for your YouTube channel? Camera, mic, etc. Here I'm using a Tonar mic. I also have lapel mics, but I haven't been out traveling, so I haven't had to use the lapel mics. I use that when I'm out and about. Like I did the interview with Rob in the park downtown, and you know I had two to hook to a splicer. Also, I use the. I love my Osmo. When I was there, I bought a gimbal. You know, a gimbal is like this. This is not it, but it keeps the camera level. So when you're holding your phone and you're moving, you know, it keeps it steady. Because nothing worse than shaky. Well, that's one thing worse, bad sound. But the Osmo Pocket, this right here, and what that was actually the holder for it. This actually was not there. You tilt it and it goes in here and it holds it. And this has a gimbal if you see it. It's cut off right now, but there you go. It's got a little screen on it. But if you notice, look, the head stays, well, let me face it to you. So that stays level. So you can go jogging. I have a bike ride. You just look one of my videos, a bike ride in Houston, Texas. And it's in two parts actually. And I use this on a body strap. What was the other one? Let's see. So this is for cameras. Also have a little GoPro like. I use that sometimes, and plus it has a water case, and then all the extension, the mics. This little piece right here costs $39 just a converter. You know, but you know when you're in, it's like iPhones. When you're in it, now you're in it. You got to get that. Oh, you need to get that. But I got the whole kit. You know, that had everything. That little extension. This right here is not only just a little tripod, but it's also an extension for a selfie kit, and it doesn't, you know, rotate or shake or anything. So yeah, that's what I use for sound, and again, a lapel microphone from time to time too. And then I have a webcam on the. I was using the one in the laptop, but then I upgraded a month or so. But every once in a while, you start buying little tools, and it adds up. But I like what I do, so I like to pass on the information. So hopefully, somebody getting benefit out of it. And if you are, do me a favor, hit like. Okay, I got to get out of here because I got to eat too. So let me see what else is here. Okay, what are the tools you use? Yeah, camera, mic. Oh, editing. I use WeVideo. And right now I'm just smooth with it. Man, it used to take me hours. I was using USDC or some acronym. Even if it is an acronym, I don't even know. But I was using that, and man, it was compared to what WeVideo, and then WeVideo just cut off on me like a month ago and says, you reached your limit. I said, but I want an unlimited plan. Well, it turns out I can't export that many and have them store all my exports. Well, I didn't need the exports anyway because I save everything on hard drive, and then I have another backup here somewhere, like a terabyte right here where I can save up other videos. Got to have your second phone too. Don't leave the country without a second phone. Okay, Tim Hill says, well, I'm ready to follow your footsteps. Go do it, man. And do it with a camera. Vlog it. Show your experiences, man. And, you watch enough videos, you'll learn. I learn little by little. I learn from watching other people, but also from watching videos, man. Everything's on YouTube. How I found this app in the past 24 hours that we're getting ready to start using, or it's not an app, it's online, but it's also an app too. I went to YouTube and said best forums. Everything's on YouTube, man. Almost everything is on YouTube. So it's all there. So good luck to you. Tim, let me know how it goes, man. Anything I can do to help, let me know. Blaine says Spanish is an English language to learn. You must speak Spanish. It uses the same Roman alphabet letters, same as the English language. And I found everything is easy when you know it. But let me tell you something, it's a challenge. And when people start talking fast, like I used to practice in the Uber, you got to sit up front. I'm not going to sit in silence. So that was my classroom. I would talk to them. Some people, it was like I had a conversation. It was like, man, I'm speaking Spanish or he's speaking English. And then I've had people to talk and I couldn't understand a lick of it. So I don't know what that's about, but there's different dialects, maybe, from other parts of town, but learn más despacio, por favor. Much slower, please. That's exactly what I found about relations between people of all different shades. I was 20. Okay. I was white, but lived in the Afro-Colombian family in Buenaventura. There you go. That's how you get cultured, man. You jump in with another family. If you really want to feel it, because that's what where's Wes did. Wes moved in with a family, a Colombian family. And he's Asian. So just think, he couldn't get by and pass like me sometimes, but then he took the time to learn Spanish. And once you can communicate, then people can see your personality. And they go, oh, he's cool too. Okay, they treated me like a family member. Then I live with the same family in Brooklyn. There you go, Brooklyn, New York. Wow. Tim Hill, how much do you charge for tour guide service? You talking about my guide? Andres is my guide. Every tour is different. I can't even remember how much I paid. He actually created a couple for me too. There was a dance one he did at night, a downtown one around El Centro. That's right, I was down El Centro at night. But it was like a Wednesday night and wasn't a lot of people there. And we just went from club to club to club. I have that on video too. You'll see a lot of videos that I did with it. I wanted to know the behind the scenes behind Parquilleras. Not just that it was a party place, but that people got killed right there. If you know that sign around the corner, where the statue is, there's a sign on that corner. Read that sign next time you go down. On the side that has the lit hoops over the walkway. When you turn the corner, read that sign right there. But he explained all this good stuff to me. So a good guide is valuable, man. And I trust him, number one. I am very picky about who I recommend for certain things because my name is associated with it. So you best believe I like Andres. And it's same with Brooklyn's and Rob in Sweet Georgia too. So this is why I go out of my way. But I forgot how much. Check his website at nomadtravel.com or .co. Nomad Travel. And also you can contact me, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll send you his information. Alan says Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama were part of the Gran Colombia. That's what it was. That's what it was called, Gran Colombia. Big Mike says, I just asked my friend if he knows about Comuna Ocho. She asked me, why would you want to go there? She's Colombian. The reason you want to go, I think the reason you want to go is to see, well, you've already been to Poblado. You see how they live in Poblado, okay? It's like, okay, you went to Manhattan and you see how they live in Manhattan. So why would you go to Harlem or certain parts of Brooklyn? you know, to learn the history, to learn how they ended up on the side of the mountain. They're mostly, don't want to tell the story, but they're mostly farmers. They're mostly farmers that moved there from conflict. They had conflict, 20 years ago, it was rough on Colombia, man. It was rough on Medellin. So there was conflict there. And when they use the term conflict, you'll hear conflict, and they move. And, when they move on the side of the mountain, they move. They go where there's trees, chop down trees, and just build whatever they can with whatever they have, or whatever they brought with them. It's sad what some people go through, man, but they didn't have running water for a long time. They had just gotten electricity from the country up there. They paved the road. The city is starting to recognize them now. But I think when I was there, they were still unofficial part of Medellin. They still didn't include them. I don't know what that means. And I don't even want to say, I don't know what the strata was. And strata is how they categorize, the parts of town. But yeah, this part, I don't know about all over Comuna Ocho, but the El Faro neighborhood, watch my video and you'll see. I have 3 videos. You can type in DC Monroe El Faro or Comuna Ocho, Comuna 8. And you'll see my videos as 1, 2, and 3. And and bear with me, I was still holding my phone. I don't think I had my gimbal at that time. So, I had him talking to me. But when we sat down and talked, man, I learned a lot. And I learned about myself, how, my girl will tell me that I'm picky and I'm hoity-toity. She's like, between me and you hoity-toity. And she's right. I like nice things, but it gives you a different perspective. For me, I can only talk about me. Again, this is all my opinion. So for me, I got something out of it, seeing how other people live, learning their history, learning their exploits, what they had to go through to move on the side of the mountain. Just imagine the conflict, man. When it was going strong 20 years ago with FARC, the FARC is still there. And you had, who down there also, which, by the way, they don't like to bring his name up down there. It's nothing that they're proud of, So don't go around, hey, where's so-and-so house? It's because you watch the latest Narcos. It's not good to go down there and do all that. But yeah, to me, it was an experience that out of all the tours I took, that was my favorite tours. I climbed mountains. I went to Guatapé. I did coffee tours. My best tour was that one, was walking up there and seeing how they live, learning their history, eating a pastel de pollo that she cooked out of a skillet, pot, grease. But it was over, that's the stove. That was the kitchen outside. The mom was over here washing stuff. It's humbling, people. That's all I'm saying. You'll get to see, don't just get to see what's at the bottom down in the valley where the living is nice. If you have the opportunity to see how other people live, I say take it. It doesn't matter what country you're in, as long as you're safe, and you'll be taken around by the organization. Once Andres gets you up there, there's a couple other people that show you, okay, this is that. They live there. They're like the captains, and the girl's dad is like in the barrio, comuna president or something like that. I forget. At least it was then. So, and they take you around and talk to you. And the one guy spoke English. Remember, Andres speaks English too, so he can interpret anytime he needed to. Or you need to know where something is, or yada yada yada. But yeah, that's why I took it. It changed my perspective on life. UVC light says, UVC light? You still in UVC lights? I think it's a smart idea to travel with a second phone. Absolutely, don't go anywhere. But you know what? If I pull them side by side, you couldn't tell them apart. I just found out Sprint, my bill's like $37 or whatever crazy amount. But yeah, always work. I just charge it and it's good to go. Plus, I always have extra battery backups too. Nothing worse than getting to the airport. Now you got to show your test result and your phone died. Good luck with that. And you didn't print out a copy. Alan says, it's great to chat with people interested in travel, the world, and Colombia. Absolutely. And travel is life for me. The world is like a book, and those who don't travel read only a page. One of my favorite sayings. And I live by that, So use that passport. Remember, you are a prisoner until you get your passport. You cannot leave this country. You can't leave until you get your passport. You can't even go to Canada. You may be able to walk into Mexico because you can go to Tijuana. I think Tijuana is always open, even though the border is supposed to be closed. I think I will get one now. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it's always good to have that extra phone. Alan says, you'll meet really nice, super generous people. Really nice. They go out of their way to help you. When I was looking for cajero, somebody corrected me the other day. Cajero automático is ATM. First thing I had to learn in Spanish. Day one, I was walking all around my neighborhood because I'm like, I got to find one that's close to where I'm staying at. And said, oh, I went in the bank and they were like, can you help? Can you help? And they took me to it. And the lady came from out back and, you know, the teller came behind the thing and she came on and said, ¿Qué quieres? And looking for, you know, cash, efectivo, dinero, con mi plata, con mi card, mi tarjeta. And she said, oh, cajero automático. Oh, yeah. So then I was like, ¿qué? Cajero automático. Okay, so now I got it. So yeah. Okay, so I think I get one now. Yep, really, really nice people. They go out of their way. They'll walk you down the street to help you get somewhere, even though they're late for work. I meant me. Okay. Gopal Kapoor, travel, open your eyes. It does. Okay, guys, let me read a couple more of these. Desiree said, that's true. Once you travel outside your hometown, especially outside your country, you will forever be different. Believe it. But your life would change if your life in another country for over 6 months. Yes. Your life will change if you live in another country. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you see how other people live, it's that when you go to a lot of these countries, you start to realize everybody's not trying to come to America. That's what they tell you here. Everybody wants to come here. We need to block the borders. Everybody wants to come here. Yeah, I mean, the people closest to us want to come because, hey, I mean, you're so close and they're going through their conflict right now. So yeah, they want to come here. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Any other things that pop up later, I will answer them once I see them. Thank you guys for joining me. Do me a favor on your way out. If I can get a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe and comment. Give me your feedback too. I'm always trying to get better. Any ideas is always welcome. Thanks to those who donated. Make sure you stop by Sweet Georgia Cafe in Brooklyn. We'll see you guys soon. Be safe. And I'm out.